So here we are, man. Jim Morris sitting here with me. We just kicked off the event. Murphy's Law kicking in a little bit, unfortunately, but these things happen.
Yeah.
And what else has happened this morning?
Well, I think it's, you plan for 8-9 months for something, you rehearse, you navigate things that pop up, you plan, you pivot, and you think everything's great and ready, and life just kind of hits you,
It's once you kind of go through a couple of those types of scenarios, you just kind of anticipate them. You know, what did in Spider-Man No Way Home, when you expect to be disappointed, you won't be disappointed, is what she says.
Well, the beauty of it is it's just another life lesson in anything that I do, right? And, the kickoff was amazing. And, from an attendee standpoint, nothing was wrong, right? But 5 minutes before the production was supposed to start, the screen broke. Yeah. Then the audio file didn't upload correctly. And then the clicker wasn't firing off appropriately.
Of course.
And then the timer for the speakers wasn't working. Yeah. So you've got these things that happen that bring a lot of pressure. But what I realized in the moment this morning was pressure's a privilege.
Yeah.
And I'm here today following my dreams. And there's no way I can lose. And the things that happen behind the scenes are behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And Daryl's speaking right now, absolutely crushing it. The intro video we did, someone was just in tears in the VIP section. Nice. They're like, you were in my head. I feel all those emotions too. Yeah. Right? So, we're 10 minutes into this thing, Jim.
It's already affecting people.
And people are being impacted in a positive way, and they're fired up. Yeah. So how can I lose on an amazing day with hundreds of people in this room? I can't.
No.
I can't.
And it's, again, you got to go through these things. I should probably preamble and say I'm Jim McCarthy. I didn't do that up front with it'syourshow.co, the podcast facilitator of sorts for the event, for those who wanted to pay to have the podcast done and their entry for tickets.
We're live right now at Impact Effect.
Word salad, we're live here. When these things do happen, you just kind of take them in stride and say, we did the best we could. We did. It's not like we didn't plan for 8 or 9 months. I remember the last event that you did over at the Wild Horse. That was a huge event. Same thing with this one. These things happen. I was coming home last night from the VIP event, and as I was turning onto my road, a black cat scurried across in front of the car. I'm wondering if that might be it. Because this morning for me, I had the same kind of thing. I had like all these things happen.
Someone told me it was a full moon last night.
Oh my gosh! Maybe we just need to avoid this time of year.
Right. No, but man, I'm excited. I'm thrilled. Like I said, we're 10 minutes into this thing, and I've had 3 conversations, and that's just off of a couple minutes of our first speaker, my intro, and the video. Yeah. And the impact's real, right? And that's the effect that we want to have on people. Positive influence in order to make positive change.
Well, Impact, you're in the business of putting on events in general, but Impact Effect is a business, a yearly event that could have offshoots as well, which does have offshoots. You do follow-ups and things of that nature, but you're in year 2 of it. You know, so when these things pop up, these, failures, if you will, these mistakes, that's how you learn. So next year, okay, we had this happen. How do we prevent that from happening moving forward for the 3rd event? And hopefully, you and I could talk, because I have solutions possibly to prevent things like this from happening. So, because when you have so many variables with equipment, my goodness, it's, you got to consolidate power sometimes. Yeah. So
it's going to be a great day. I'm super excited. We've got such an amazing lineup. And here's the difference, Jim. Here's how I am disrupting the conference industry, the speaking circuit industry. You have access to the speakers. There's no barriers. You're not paying $5,000 to be in a VIP setting where the speakers are over there and you can potentially ask them one question, right? Yeah. Like, everybody has the opportunity to go navigate a conversation, to ask them, hey, you're at this stage, you're doing this, this is where I'm at, how can you help me, right? We want to diagnose through conversation to then give strategic advice. And what you have in most conferences is it's a quick conversation, The speaker comes in, they speak, and they leave.
Yeah.
And our speakers are here all day.
Yeah.
And all the speakers are aligned in the fact that they want to serve this community, this impact effect community. They want to answer the questions. They want to give advice and be there for the attendees. And the beauty of it is, you're not paying the $5,000 VIP. Everybody gets that access. Right? And then we curate a human connection rally where we strategically remove the awkwardness so people can go deep together and build that true bond in that relationship. And, you know, just throwing up hey, it's a networking hour. That's not good enough these days, right? There needs to be more effort behind that. We need to give people the questions to ask, to go deep. We need to be the conduit to remove the awkwardness from asking someone you just met a minute ago, what's your life dreams? What's your big thing you're working on? You know, if you were to create a human and you're shopping at a human store, what traits would you pull off the shelf and put in that basket to create that human? Right? Those type of deep questions allows you to truly understand the person you're connecting and communicating with, right? If that person says, you know, that quality that I would put in that person is love, wow, you can have a deep conversation around why it's love, what their experiences have been with love, right? And that can formulate into their passion of their business. Well, I love helping people this way and that way, and that's what my company is, right? It doesn't need to be, hey, what do you do? Cool. What do you do? Cool. Oh, we should connect. Cool. You got a business card? Okay. And then nothing happens. No, when you're talking about a quality that you admire, that you live by, that's important to you, if you were to create this human, that quality is going to have a piece of your heart, whether it's love, whether it's honesty, whether it's integrity, whatever those character traits that you're discussing are going to lead you down a path to truly understand the person that you're connecting with, and you to make that decision if that's a good connection. Right?
Well, it's just even that unbridled curiosity that Nicola was talking about last night.
In the VIP, yeah.
That's what I coach on for people that want to be podcast hosts and interviewers is, you know, don't be afraid to take the tangent and take the rabbit hole. If something pops into your mind that is kind of like you feel a filter on, ask it anyway. See where it goes. That's the kind of thing that deepens relationships because it's also sales 101.
Yeah.
Get people talking about themselves. They love to talk about themselves. And, you know, the more interested you're in them, it's be them centric. So,
exactly. So that's what we're all about at Impact Effect, man. And, you know, I'm seeing hugs, I'm seeing handshakes, people coming up to me this morning saying, oh, I was grabbing a pastry and I didn't know this person did this, and this, and they're growing their company and I can connect them with them. And, you know, what's important to them, Jim? How long have you known them? They talk so highly of you, right? And it's like, all these connections are forming and growing, and it's just a beautiful thing to take a step back and look and hear that true, honest, real feedback that this is having an effect. And we, again, are 15 minutes into the conference at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
What is your vision 5 years from now for this event?
My vision 5 years from now is to do this event at a stadium, but with the right people. So I'm removing the factor and importance of the number of attendees. It's who aligns with human connection that we can serve at a high level.
Right.
So if I do what I plan on doing and continue to travel and speak and continue to work with companies and continue down this road, then I'll be pulling in the right people from all over the United States, right? The conference here in Nashville is about 90% local today as we sit here. And my goal is to get that to a 50-50 with the right people around the nation, because I believe that different cultures, different micro communities have so much value to bring to Nashville, so much value to bring to someone who's operating a similar business on the East Coast compared to the West Coast, someone who's down south operating this type of service, to connect and hear what they're doing up north, right? Like, that there's beauty in that. And my goal is to bring all those people together in an arena style format where the production is at the highest quality and we've got the right people in the room who are there to serve and help, which in return will gain value as well.
Well, it's going to be an interesting challenge for a speaker to engage with, you know, a stadium sized event. You're talking multiple thousands of people. To spend one-on-one with everybody is going to be a bit of a challenge.
So my goal, I have a solution to that. my goal is to do segmentation within the stadium. So the reason why I want to go big is not to pack it with 3,000 people.
Right.
I want to have the space to have multiple stages in different areas. So that way you have the choice to say, hey, I really need help in sales. This couple hours is going to be sales focused. Hey, I really need to solve my marketing problems. This couple hours over here with these speakers are going to be around marketing, right? Because what happens is we attract people into these conferences that want the level of service and the expectation of what they're going to gain from, right? So if it's leadership, if it's sales, if it's marketing, I want to bring great people together and allow them to make the decision what they need in real time. So big stadium doesn't mean thousands of people to me. It means more people because I will be traveling more and speaking more, but the opportunity is to put great people in the room and allow them to choose what service and what a speaker and who they want to connect with in different pockets.
Interesting. It's almost like what they do at some of the big conventions that come to town, multiple day conventions where they have breakout rooms and stuff like that. So you pick and choose, a voiceover convention out in Atlanta. I think it's called VO Atlanta. They have certain rooms where guys and gals can go and figure out marketing and business development, things of that nature. So not a bad idea.
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here today, brother. I appreciate you doing the podcast. I saw some VIPs down here earlier.
Yeah.
I know we got some speakers coming in and shooting some content. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be a great day.
Right on, man. Good to have you.
Thank you, brother.